What is quintessence? The dictionary defines quintessence as the pure, highly concentrated essence of something, the purest or typical simplest instance, the fifth essence, the fifth essence. It is as close to being the only word I could find to describe what the energetics that are now here are. This is the evolution of all life, of all. It moves at such a high speed that even those words do not begin to describe this. All that has been is ascending and transforming to the highest, deepest, most fine vibration that is beyond anything that has ever been before. When you understand that the energetic itself is the raw stuff of creation and all is energy, then perhaps you can begin to perceive what this is. All physical forms are the end result of what has come to be at the energetic. Without physical form, all is pure energy. That's why we are one. What we're all feeling, this is worldwide and beyond, is the shift of the energetic weight that has been for so very long, laying on everything and everyone. That weight is beginning to lift, much like a heavy blanket that has lain on the ground for so long, it just seems to be a natural part of it. So we can get caught up in the feeling of everything that is heavy in our own lives, relationships or the lack of, money or the lack of, job or the lack of, etc. So we scurry around trying to alleviate that heaviness in our own personal corners of that blanket. That feeling of heaviness is the accumulation of thoughts, emotions, beliefs, agreements made by people throughout centuries. That is the weight that we're all feeling because that blanket is now lifting. You don't realize how heavy a thing is because you've carried it for so long. It feels like a natural part of you until you put it down. Then you realize it was what you agreed to carry, not you. We all have to lift this blanket off together. It is way more than any one person can do. It's made of threads woven into the energetic fabric throughout many centuries. By simply realizing that your thoughts and emotions, the beliefs and agreements you have made with life, does and will make all the difference in what will be woven into the energetic cloth itself. With each person's participation in this and not sourcing through the personal to do it, the foundation will be intact in ways that it was always meant to be. By looking to your own corner of the blanket only, making that primary and first on your list of priorities, you add to that weight. Envision a very large cloth, folks. It's got so much stuff laying on it. The weight has affected the very fibers of that cloth. Many of its fibers have become frayed and discolored. Many have broken. The very foundation of that cloth is not as intact as it once was. So when you look only to your own personal corner, effectively, you're dumping more weight on that cloth. This does not mean you should neglect nor ignore what is going on in your own life. That doesn't help either. What all this means is pay conscious, mindful attention to how you're thinking, what your emotions are, how you're dealing with everything. It is about making another choice. But this time, that choice can't be just about you and your life, what works for you and yours. That choice has to be way above those personal points of reference. This is a very large cloth, folks. It's been covering all of us for a very long time. We all have to grab on and lift it off together. There simply can't be, you don't have the time or feel like it. You don't want to because you have to look to your own first. It's not convenient. Any of the old, tired excuses anymore. We simply don't have the time. The energetic wave of evolution of all began rolling to the shores of the K-Pacha, the energetic realm of the Pachamama, in 1999. That is to say, it began long before that, but became more visibly known in 1999. We have seen its results as the years have passed. No one knows what that change will be or how it will happen. No one knows what the outcome of these events will be. What we do know is that the gatherings that began in 2010 continue and that a foundation was being set in 2012. This is what 2012 was about. It wasn't the peak. It was just the beginning. That's why we are all doing what we are, with one simple intent. The consciousness of all must be raised to the highest, purest energetic, no longer sourcing through the dense, personal, and physical only, so that the foundation can be of peace and compassion. Fear, anger, personal, have no part in this foundation of light. Time is of the essence now, simply folks, because there is no more time. If each and every one of us does this, all will evolve. Okay, let's move on.